India Today has accessed exclusive pictures of mob violence in Jammu. Pictures that show the brutality of this mob. They assault policemen, they stab policemen. Look at these pictures. If you can identify the perpetrators, do inform the police because they need to be brought to justice. Protesters beating up policemen, assaulting them, kicking and punching them. One officer was stabbed with a sharp-edged weapon. He is now in hospital. Sub-Inspector Arun Kumar was critically injured after he was attacked with a sharp-edged weapon by some Sikh youth protesting in favor of Khalistan and Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale. The police officer has received several stitches. He is admitted to the GMC hospital. There are other policemen who've also been injured and admitted to hospital. Joining me now with the latest is Ashwini Kumar, my colleague in Jammu, and Deputy Editor, Strategic Affairs, Shiv Aru joins me from the newsroom. Ashwini, what is the condition of Sub-Inspector Arun Kumar?
Yes, Gaurav, the condition of Arun Kumar is improving, and he has been admitted in the Government Medical College and Hospital in Jammu. And the other three policemen, they were also injured, and some of the Sikh protests were also injured. And police has arrested around half a dozen Sikh youth in the stabbing incident and the stone pelting incident on the policeman. And the condition, the situation in the Rani Bagh area is very tense again. Around 1,000 people have gathered there. They are coming out and they wanted to protest. But the police has sealed the airport road area, and the barbed wires were put there, and they are not allowing any movement on this area.
Stay with me for a moment. I want to bring in Shiv Aru for more on this. Shiv, these pictures are horrifying. Policemen being punched, kicked, assaulted and stabbed. And there are these pro-Khalistan forces. They have Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale's posters and they're brandishing swords and kripans on the streets.
It's a terrifying situation, Gaurav. Things are much calmer now with the curfew being clamped and maximum security being deployed in these particular areas of Jammu city. But these images that have been accessed by our correspondent Prem Shikha just a short while ago, give you a sense of just what it was like right there in the middle of that crowd. These pictures, taken by someone who was right up close with that particular policeman being attacked. He apparently received knife injuries. He's currently, like you said, in a hospital at this point of time, in intensive care, hanging literally between life and death. His insides had almost fallen out as a result of the brutality of that attack. And as we saw today, things aren't, very much better. There were protests both in Jammu as well as in the Kashmir Valley in Srinagar, where Sikh groups were taking out protests over this face-off that's taken place in Jammu. But the simple fact of the matter is the crackdown continues. There was an army flag march, like you reported early this morning. Curfew continues to be enforced in some of these areas, and there is a maximum police presence. But the fact that things were allowed to go so badly out of control over a poster of militant leader Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale is an indication of just how volatile this issue is, Gaurav. The fact that there are certain groups that continue to nurse sentiments about the idea of Khalistan, and the manner in which such groups are willing to face off violently with weapons if necessary against police and law enforcement agencies does not augur well at all for the state as well as national security. Remember, the government has been able to keep the Khalistan issue in fits and starts. You hear about the Khalistan issue coming to the fore, but the simple fact of the matter is, how has a poster of Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale in Jammu, when you have posters of him rampantly available in Punjab, even at this time, especially in Amritsar, how was it allowed to get so badly out of control? Has there been an intelligence lapse? Has there been, excessive force been used? How have these groups even been allowed to flourish in Jammu or in Punjab for so long? What explains the impunity and the manner in which they were able to operate and put up a hoarding of Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale? All very disturbing questions, both at the state and the central level, Gaurav. So these pictures on air are really illustrative of a much, much larger problem and a much, much larger dilemma for India.
Stay with me, Shiv. Ashwini, how did the situation deteriorate to this level? On day one, you were reporting on ground that there was some protests close to the airport. Some policemen were assaulted on day one. Day two, protests became bigger. Why is it that the administration did not clamp down in time?
Yeah, there is a clear-cut SOPs on the handling of this situation, and Gaurav, initially the police could not handle the situation. They could have immediately clamped the curfew, or they could have arrested the few people who have attacked the police party on that day. And the SHO Arun Kumar, he is a resident of the same area, and very bright career, and he is a professionally sub-inspector of the J&K police, and just 3-4 years back he has joined the J&K police, and he is a very person in the area. But when immediately the senior police officer could have gone there, they could have clamped the curfew, or they could have arrested the wanted people, but they couldn't do it. And yesterday they attacked the police party again, and the youths, and after that police fired on the protesters, and one Sikh youth was killed. And this it has triggered to other districts also, on the highways also. We have just reported that some of the Sikh youth at this moment they are protesting in Nanak Nagar area. They are burning the tires on the roadside to disrupt the traffic, and police is just watching these moments.
This is very unnerving actually on ground, Shiv. The situation as Ashwini is describing it is not only deteriorating, it appears to be spreading to newer areas, and a spark neglected, Shiv, could clearly burn the house and, God forbid, spread to other states.
Absolutely, Gaurav, and I think that's precisely the reason why the government is attempting to crack down and contain this, but I don't think they've been very successful. Like you're rightly pointing out, it could easily flare up in Punjab as well. We understand that precautions and security measures are being beefed up in Punjab as well. The identity of this particular group, who they owe their affiliations to, are not known at this time. But what makes this, a very an already emotive issue extremely volatile is that you've got this particular police officer who's been attacked and is in ICU, and you've got a person called Jagjit Singh who was just 25 years old, who was actually killed in police firing yesterday. So the anger on both sides is already at maximum level. Things could flare up at any point, not just in Jammu, but like as you rightly pointed out, in Kashmir, in the Kashmir Valley, in Srinagar, you had protests happening today, even though there was a clampdown very quickly on that, but also to other states. It could happen anywhere. Given the history of this particular issue, given the emotions attached, to the Khalistan issue, to Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale, the fact is, this is definitely, you're absolutely right when you say, Gaurav, this is definitely not a localized issue in Jammu, and that's why this is an overall national security issue. It isn't confirmed just yet, Gaurav, but your sources and my sources have indicated that this will come up at a meeting in Delhi between the top leaders of India's security establishment today as well, to take stock of this, because as we've seen at least 3 times in the past, in the last 30 years, we've seen the Bhindranwale issue, the Khalistan issue, violence linked to this become absolute and total national security issues for the facing the country. This time we're seeing one person dead, a police officer hanging between life and death in the intensive care unit. Violence still threatened both in Jammu, Srinagar and other places, and therefore it's not something that the government, both at the state and the central level, can take lightly any longer, Gaurav.
Ashwini Kumar in Jammu and Shiv Arur in Delhi. Many thanks for joining me.